Good evening, everyone.
Hey,
Hey,
how's
listen,
everyone? How you doing, Chris?
yeah, I'm doing good. Happy belated 4th of July. How was your holiday?
It was nice. I hope you had a good one.
Girl, mine was quiet and I was fine with it. After all was said and done, I was okay just being at home, relaxing, just kind of pivoting around. I was good with that because I was off on Friday as well. I worked this weekend though, but it was
Okay.
fine.
Okay.
Yeah.
I tried my hand at a little barbecue just a little bit.
Oh, well, you made barbecue?
Yes.
Okay, how'd it come
I tried
out?
my hand at it. It's
Oh, how did it come out?
okay. I
Okay.
stayed in my lane. Burgers and sausages for the most.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, nice, nice.
Yeah.
Well, everyone out there, let's not forget we need you to like, subscribe, leave a message, and all that good stuff. Let us know what you think,
Yeah.
of the content that we're bringing to you. Any thoughts, Wendy?
Did you say subscribe?
Yes. I
Okay.
forgot. I know. I may have forgotten. I know there's four
Okay.
things. I could have forgotten that.
Subscribe. Yes. Share and subscribe. Absolutely. So you're going to talk about what we're talking about today?
Yes, this show is all about relationships at any age from I'm going to say 40 and beyond. Let's say that because people tend to forget that 44 is actually middle age because the life expectancy for women is around 80 some odd. So mid 40s is like middle age. When we were younger, and I know we said this before on the show, I know I used to think middle age was somebody like in their 60s and 70s. No, it comes before then, and it changes, of course, with the life expectancy because the life expectancy changes based on, elements within our universe, so to speak. But we want to talk about, uh, you know, uh, you know what? I'm going to just tell you, I am tired of men talking about what women need to bring to the table. I want them to start off with a conversation about what they're going to bring to the table to be desirable for the kind of woman that they also desire. You know, and there are a lot of women out there talking about relationships, but they even speak on what their expectations of a man. I want to talk about, and I want men to start off talking about what are they going to do to inspire a good relationship. Not what the woman needs to do or how she needs to be or how she needs to act. What are you bringing to the table? That's what I want to understand. What do you think, Wendy?
Okay. That's interesting. I think that men, for the most part, don't talk that much. Okay.
They don't talk about this about men because they want to talk about women all the time.
So you have to, and that's a general statement. Of course, we know
Right. No,
a
I
few that
understand.
were chatty, right? Just a few. But a lot of men don't really communicate as well as women do, particularly about what they want.
They communicate really well about women. They talk.
So,
They can have a whole conversation about what a woman needs to do and how a woman needs to be.
well, I guess, you're going to have to get the individual man to open up about what he needs. You mean publicly? Do you mean like
Yeah, yeah, I
publicly?
mean, I mean, how you have all these people on YouTube and TikTok and Instagram,
Yeah.
talking about men talking about women. You do have some women, but they're also speaking on women as well. Very few people are speaking on what men need to bring to the table or what men think that they need to be bringing to the table to secure the type of woman that they want. It's not all about what that woman needs to do for you when you both come to the table. What are you going to put out there that's going to inspire her to want to come into a relationship with you? And that's what I mean,
Mm-hmm.
let's
Well, we
let's hear
got to
some of
keep
that.
talking. We got to keep talking to our, brothers if we have them, biological or otherwise,
Right,
friends,
right.
neighbors, co-workers. We got to keep the conversation going, though, I think.
No, you're right.
Yeah. Because they can tell us, what they think, but they can only speak from their perspective. You know what I mean?
And that's but
Yeah.
exactly. But they do a whole lot of speaking from their perspective. Oh,
About what women should bring, you think?
what's that?
About what women should bring to the table. Well,
Exactly.
we can flip the conversation just when we're having it. What do you bring to the table to your relationships? If you have one or if you want to have one, what we can ask them if we, I mean,
Well, I'm
we have one here today, but it'd be nice if we could.
I am appealing to them right now. If there are any men listening out there, or if there are women that know men and they've said the same thing, you can continuously talk about, women, and I want a woman that knows how to support her man. Well, you know what? Women want a man that knows how to support his woman. Okay. It's not all about, and I get flack for this, but I'm just going to, speak on how I feel. It's not always about building up a man. You build up the man because the man has let you know that he is going to be the provider. He is going to provide you financially. He's going to take care of you from a security standpoint, from a safety standpoint. So then, yeah, you should support him. But let's talk about that. What, come on, let's start speaking about that. What are you going to do so that this woman knows when she puts herself out there and she does all of these things, what are you going to do for her? She's got dreams and goals, she's got ambition as well. So it's not all about building up the man unless that's what your goal is. But if you have dreams and ambitions yourself, then you know what? I want to hear what the man's going to bring to the table to help you get through life. That's all I'm saying.
Well, that's a fair question. I just don't know, if there's somebody out there that's going to step up to answer
Well,
it.
you know what? I hope somebody leaves us a comment because I really would I like to hear
Yeah,
that.
it's not a rhetorical question, guys. It's just really asking for it.
I mean, well, it might be rhetorical, but uh, I still hadn't heard anybody say it, so I need to hear the conversation. So when you were talking about relationships earlier, and I like what you said. It was kind of contrary, to what I was
Yeah.
saying, but
Yeah.
I thought that it was important nonetheless.
Oh, sure. Yeah. Just the fact that, I'm not tired of hearing the male voices. Maybe, I'm not probably on YouTube listening as
Right.
much to the commentary and things like that. But I can see how you could kind of get tired of it. If
Yeah,
it's always, skewed that way. I can understand it. So I just wanted to say we need to continue the conversation. That is important, to continue the conversation. Talking to, men in our lives that they know us. So they know somewhat, to some degree, what we're looking for, what our values are. So they can kind of guide and give us some guidance, and we can kick some ideas off of them about what's going on in a potential relationship, or someone we're interested in.
And see, and you touched on just what I said a few minutes ago. You can talk about what your desires, your ambitions are, and they can kind of guide us. Well, that's what I'm talking about. Ask me, because let's be honest, when men speak, it's usually about a woman being supportive of them. Women are going to support you if you present yourself the right way. If you present yourself as that leader, as that provider, and provider of different things. It's a conversation that you have with that person, of course. But women present themselves to a man the way that a man presents himself to them, I think. Does that make sense?
Yeah. So you're saying that it's reciprocated after a woman recognizes the leadership abilities and strength in the man.
Exactly,
Okay. Okay.
exactly.
Okay. And a man should lead, right? A man's supposed to
Yeah,
lead.
yeah, I'm not with the 50-50 thing. So I don't know anybody out there. And you know what? I'm not even going to ask that question because there are a lot of people that are out there that believe in 50-50 because this is, the 21st century, whatever. Um, my
Now,
thing is,
explain what you mean by 50-50.
oh, I'm sorry. 50-50 meaning expenses within the household. And that in some cases, that's everything. That could be the rent, the mortgage, the car notes, the insurance, all the incidentals, utilities, all of those things. No, I don't do 50-50. And I'm going to tell you why I don't believe in 50-50 because I believe in, a man taking the lead and being the leader, but in doing so, you've got to be doing all of those things that come with being a leader in order for me to be able to fall into your good graces, so to speak.
Okay. Okay. It makes sense to me. I don't necessarily think 50-50. I mean, if it works for, the person, the couple, then fine. For me, no, 50-50
And
would
you
not
know what,
work.
Wendy, I like to know why would a woman be okay with 50-50? And it's because sometimes people are okay with things because they think that it doesn't take away some of their power. You know what
Yeah,
I'm
I
saying?
mean, not only that, maybe that's how they were raised, in a
That's
household
true.
that was 50-50 or whatever. But yeah, I think that for me, it's gonna need to be more like 60-40, 70
You know
30.
what? I can't even give it a number. It needs to be me being comfortable.
Okay, okay, okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
Because what men don't realize is if they're doing the right things in a relationship anyway, a woman's going to be there to support them and back them up whenever they need
Yeah,
backing up.
yeah, yeah.
You're missing
And
something.
everything's not monetary.
Exactly,
Yeah,
exactly,
that is
exactly.
true. Yeah. Oh,
You know what
okay,
I
I'll go
mean?
along with that.
But I still want men to start the conversation off with what they're bringing to the table to be able to achieve or secure the type of woman that they feel they deserve. That I'm still looking for that. So all you guys out there,
You have laid down the gauntlet. That's a challenge, I think. Yeah, if anybody's listening, come back, let us know. Come back.
please, but getting back to what you were saying, Wendy, you do have to come together as a couple and understand each other in order to build a good relationship. And if you decide to do 50-50, 60, whatever, that's your choice. You do whatever you're comfortable with. But the caveat to that is you got to be comfortable. Don't do it because you think that's what people think you should do. Your family thinks you should do. He thinks that you should do, and don't ever feel like you can't be your true self and express how you feel, because I think that's another thing that women, get caught up in. They go along to get along.
Yeah,
Mm-mm,
yeah.
folks, that's
And
so.
and many women are leading the households now, and the men, their husbands might be staying home raising the kids and that kind of thing. That's happening. Not so much probably in our age.
Right, right. But yeah, in a younger age group in the
Mhm.
30s and 40s, yeah, they might be. But you know what? Now that you're on that subject, we're just getting off a little bit, but I could never do that. I could have
Yeah.
never been the working woman and excuse me, you're sitting at home taking care of the children. I'm sorry, that's not ever going to work for me if I ever get reincarnated to a different age. No, get up and get out and go to work.
Even if he was keeping the house clean and
I
cooking the
don't,
dinners and
I don't care. I don't want a house.
everything,
No, don't want a house husband. I want a strong man out
no
there
house husband.
handling his business. That's what I want. And hey, don't get it twisted. I don't want anyone to say, "Oh, she said those men that sit at home." No, that's not what I said. My interpretation of what I want in a strong man is to be out there working. Yours might be him being at home taking care of the kids, leading the kids, because you know what? Kids, especially in this world today, definitely need good guidance from a father, a
Sure,
strong father figure. So
sure.
absolutely, I don't want anyone to get twisted. I didn't say that. Don't mince
Okay.
words. I don't mince words anyway.
Right.
But, but yeah,
Clarified.
any other thoughts, Wendy, on relationships and getting to that good point in a relationship?
Hmm, what else about it really, I think it depends on the couple, where they how they get this communication going.
Right.
But we do have to talk about it. So however you find the connection in your relationship, try to get the man to open up if you have one that's kind of quiet. If it's vice versa, if the woman, just try to get them to open up and talk about things that are important to you, ask those hard questions
All right,
about
ladies.
values and
Wendy just said something real important. If he's quiet, well, first of all, don't be with a man that's quiet if that's not the kind of man that you that works with you, that's your type. Don't be with that man. That's not the man for you. You know, the quiet man usually is for the dominant woman. I hate to say it, but you know, that usually turns out to be the case. But don't just settle to be in settlement. Don't do that. So we can all be happy with things that we have in our life, you know, or we talked about it before, you know, when you get dating discouraged, right, Wendy? Or those extracurricular things that you could be doing. So don't settle to be settled.
There you go. There you go.
I'm
Don't settle.
don't say yeah, I'm just like I was just surfing the web and YouTube and whatnot. And I just got so tired of hearing men, you know, this is what a woman needs to do, and I expect my woman, and now I was like, what you gonna do?
You should have responded to them like that.
I should have read. You know what? But I know what I know who and what I was watching. I can go back and leave comments. But you know what? And I oh my God, I cannot remember this guy's name, and he is married. He oh God, is it Perry or Sperry or Perry? He talks about relationships a lot. And you know what? I'm going to give him kudos because he does speak specifically and predominantly from the male perspective of how he should be treating his wife and what he should be doing, meaning the man should be doing to support his woman, his wife, his significant other. And I think his last name is Perry, if I'm not mistaken. But now that I'm thinking about it, he normally does speak on men and in their role in the relationship because men can make, you know, men. They say women can make or break a relationship, but you know, men can just as easily make or break a relationship. You know, when they say when a woman's fed up, she's fed up. That is so true. But you know, I think when a man is had enough, he gonna walk away, especially if he feels your drama. You know, and everybody knows out there, we don't want to be considered drama queens. We want to be considered strong, caring, lovable, inquisitive, thoughtful, and good women. Good women, right, Wendy? You got some more adjectives, Wendy. Come on, because you
I mean, I think that we are. There is no question. So you know, it's just they gotta find us. That's all. They gotta find us.
and you know what? Find us, they will. That's I have decided I'm not worried about that all because we will be found when we are supposed to be found. And ladies out there, I'm telling you, don't be discouraged. You know, get a life. And I don't mean that in a sarcastic way. I
Yeah,
mean in a way where you are happy with yourself. You've got things that make you happy because when you're not focused on, you know, that part of your life, that's when things start to open up. So believe me.
get a hobby, get a life, get out of the house.
Yeah, don't just sit at home watching television, become a, as they say, a couch potato. Even if you just go out and take a walk around the neighborhood, you never know who's looking out the window. Okay. You
This is true.
never
The park, the gym, all of those places. We've given you tons of places to go. So yeah,
Exactly. You
just
know,
get out.
and we need to do we haven't done an excursion. When we need to be doing an excursion, invite our former well, she's still our friend, but invite Yvonne Barker. We need an excursion. Ladies, that's another thing. Don't get so settled. You know, get out, grab your girlfriends, take a, you know, you can even do a staycation. Go to
Vacation, a vacation, whatever.
yeah,
Both.
go to a local hotel that has a pool and a nice, you know, a nice bar area and just hang out, have fun, you know, especially on a Friday night when anyway, when the hotels have extravagant guests there.
Okay. Okay.
You know, it's traveling the businessmen who are,
Okay.
just traveling through and you know, just somebody you can sit down, talk to, have a good conversation. Nothing wrong with that.
Ask them some hard questions. See what
Yeah,
they see what
exactly. Especially, you know, make sure they're single first. Well, you know what? They don't necessarily have to be single because you know what? You can learn a whole lot from a married man, especially, you know, being a single woman. So I don't want to say that, in its entirety. But anyway, so listen, that's my tangent for the night. So I hope you men out there heard me, and I am sure I'm not the only one that feels this way. If there are other women that feels this way, please leave us a comment, let us know. And you know what? And men, if you have some thoughts as well, let us know what your thoughts are. And you know what? If you have thoughts as to how if you think whatever you think about what men should do in terms of endearing women to them, because like I said, once you can endear a woman to you and she knows the things that you're going to do, she's going to support you and build you up. But you just got to follow through on all those things. Of course, it just can't be words. It has to be actions tied to those words. So
Well said.
well, listen, I don't know, I don't know where everyone, we have people watching us in different areas, that hurricane, is it Hurricane
But
Jermaine? What is it?
girl, is it girl or something like
Girl? Okay. Well, I know there's a hurricane brewing out there. So if you are anywhere in the path of the hurricane, please be safe and take
that?
care of your family and loved ones if you are in the path of the hurricane.
Yeah.
Other than that, you know what? Have a great week. We will see you next week. And Wendy, I'll let you
Yeah.
give
Have a
us.
great week, guys. Thanks for watching. Make sure to comment. Let us know what you think.
Definitely leave us a comment. We really
Uh,
do appreciate it. And we read them. I try to respond to them. I even go back and look at the old videos and respond to those comments. So please, guys, let us know what you think. Have a good week. We will see you next week. Bye.